Hello everyone, welcome to Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services, and I welcome you all to a new learning series via News in Focus. And today's topic of discussion is Open Network for Digital Commerce, something directly relevant for your prelims examination. There can be 2 statement or 3 statement question, possibly UPSC can ask you in the prelims examination. So without any further ado, let's get started. So why we are discussing this news? First, to give you the background about that. So the union government is actually looking to formally launch the Open Network for Digital Commerce, better known as ONDC, this year, to democratize the part of e-commerce and to provide alternative to the proprietary of e-commerce side, right? But why we are discussing this news? Recently, it has been seen that when government is looking forward to upgrade the part and even urge the company to join the ONDC platform, some major e-commerce player or giants like Amazon and Flipkart have been reluctant to go on board. So that is a concern when government is looking forward for level playing field and transparency so that it is actually helping out to the citizen or the user, but these companies are reluctant on implementations. So what exactly is ONDC? From examination point of view, ONDC is an open e-commerce protocol that was set up by the Ministry of Commerce. The name is important. By the Department of Promotions of Industrial and Internal Trade, that is DPIIT. These names are important. They can be a direct question in prelims examination. Now, under ONDC, it is envisaged that the buyer register with one participant e-commerce. Like for example, if you're registered in Amazon, you may purchase from the seller that is registered in the other e-commerce site, that is a Flipkart, right? Whenever you buy a product, you check for the seller. Suppose XYZ is a seller who is also registered in Amazon or also in the Flipkart. So accordingly, you can switch the seller. No, there will be no constraint on the part of the platform that you will be using. It will be platform free, right? Now, presently, the buyers and seller have the same app for the transition which happened. And in the same platform, for example, a buyer need to go to Amazon to buy a product from a seller on Amazon, right? So unlocking the value for e-commerce platform, this is what the main rationale behind the ONDC, to promote transparent rule, lightweight investment, lower cost for business acquisitions, and lower time to market and time to scale. Now, what is the objective of ONDC? First, it called for democratization and decentralization of e-commerce in the country, inclusivity and access to seller, especially for the SME enterprises, that is small and medium enterprises, as well as for the local business. Even the small business vendor would be able to be the part and participant of the ONDC. This is again something very important. Now, increased choice of independency for the consumer. The consumer will have an options to choose, pick and choose with any sellers of their like. Now, there's a ONDC Advisory Council. I have added this particular point because there can be a question in the prelims examination directly, right? So ONDC Advisory Council, the main role is to advise and look into the part of implementations of the ONDC in the country. And the members will be selected from their experience, and that include the field from technology. ONDC is definitely a e-platform where the technology is something which require an excellence in that. So people from the expert from the field of technology, finance and commerce will be the part of the ONDC Advisory Council. Now, the convener of the ONDC Advisory Council and the additional secretary from the Department and the Promotion of Industrial Trade under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Now, the other point that you must note, if you can prepare this topic for the mains examination, the 5 pillar of ONDC ecosystem. First, it's a buyer side apps. Any applications that will interact with the buyer, that is the demand side of any transaction where the transaction can originate. So it's more of a buyer side app. Then it's also a seller side app where an application which will interact with the sellers, that is a supply side of the transaction. Then adapter interface. The adapter interface are open APIs, which is developed based on the open source interoperable specifications of the backend protocol. Now, the gateway, that is the application that will ensure discoverability of all the sellers in the network by multicasting their search request from the buyer application. And last but not the least, there's an open registration that can maintain the list of participants who join the ONDC and the list of network policies. Now, who is the man behind the project? Who all are actually working the brainchild? So ONDC definitely is an initiative of DPIIT under the Ministry of Commerce. And if you see the tech that Nandal Nikalni is a co-founder of the Emphasis, has helped the government with the Aadhaar biometrics ID system as a part of the 9-member advisory council that was constituted to advise the government of India. Now, if you see the part of ONDC big targets for the last 5-year timeline, so adding 3.75 lakh crore rupees in the gross merchandise value of e-commerce, 730 crore annual additional purchase through e-commerce, and e-commerce buyer network for 90 crore people, have 12 lakh crore sellers on the open market. And if you see the market, basically the players that are operating in e-commerce in India specifically, 62% is backed by Flipkart, right? And 32% is for Amazon India. The rest is in this part. So 9.2 billion is a combined sell on the e-commerce platform. So this was all about the information that I wanted to share when it comes to ONDC. Hope this content has helped you. And if you like this video, do not forget to subscribe Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services on YouTube. Do give us a thumbs up for the part of the videos. And we'll meet in the next session with some of the more important and informative informations. For time being, I'm signing off. Thank you so much for watching this video.